lips popping, okay? I want you to keep your lips popping no matter what type of lip products you like to use, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're a matte lipstick girl like liquid matte, or if you're a creamy matte, or if you're a lip gloss girl, or you just a clear gloss girl. I want your lips to be popping, and I want you to recognize what your lips might be telling you, all right, before it gets too late. Fair? Fair? All right, so drop me a 1 in the chat if y'all are ready for these juicy lip tips. Yes, these some juicy lip tips. I'm giving y'all some more practical ones now. All right, practical. Hey, Miss Gwen. Hey, Miss J. Yes, it's a great Father's Day, and I would definitely be telling Patrick. I would give him that Father's Day love from y'all on here. So thank you very much for doing that. If you're ready for these lip tips though, drop a 1 in the comments. While y'all dropping a 1, I'll tell y'all what I got on my face, which was really quick. I threw on sapphire lashes. I did not do my brows. I just brushed them and laid it down with some brow gel because I had time for that. Vanilla bean concealer under the eye. And what I put, chocolate on the face, set it with a little mixture of butternut and our brown ochre. So I mix my setting powder sometimes. So I set it like that. And then right now on my lips, I just have some lip serum. So I have our rosemary lip serum on my lips just for a nice good moisture hydration before I do any lip swatches for y'all. All right, so y'all dropping the 1s inside the comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all on YouTube for being over there. For those who know how to act, the rest of y'all, you know, you don't get no attention tonight. I ain't got time for that. All right. All right, so let's get into it. I had to change my music too because Facebook don't like y'all know this ain't TikTok. TikTok we can jam to all the music in the whole wide world, but on Facebook we can't do that. YouTube sometimes let us do that too, but we can't do that on Facebook. All right, I see y'all once, so thank y'all. Did y'all share out the live stream? Did y'all share out? Did y'all tag a friend and did y'all share out? No, I need to make sure y'all did that because I said it in the very, very beginning, but let me say it one more time. If you have not hit that share button, please make sure you hit that share button. Tag a friend or two because sometimes the notifications don't come through till late. I don't know why it's like that, but sometimes a lot of times when I tag y'all don't get the notifications until later. All right? All right? So make sure y'all share or tag, especially on Facebook because that's where you can do it at the most. I don't think we can share. No, I can't share on YouTube like that. All right. Thank you, Miss J, for sharing. Oh, I forgot to say too, and I got on the free her earrings. These earrings are very, very light. They're very, very light. Very, very light. I promise. That's all I can say. They're just very light, and they give a cute statement. Easy breezy. All right. So everybody shared out. So first thing I'm gonna give you, and these tips that I give you to keep your lips nice and juicy this summer is no particular order, okay? So no particular order on what I give you, but I promise you these are effective ways for you to recognize what your lips are trying to tell you, okay? So if you deal with your lips always being dry, anybody who deal with dry lips, like your lips are frequently dry, you can drop me a little emoji inside the comments, okay? This is no shade, but I'm talking to you. This tip is for you. And if you know someone or see someone that you know consistently seems like they have dry lips, this would be something that can help. One of the things that dry lips are telling you is that your water intake is low, okay? I'm not saying you're not drinking any water. Thank you, Miss Ava, for sharing. I'm not saying you're not drinking any water, okay? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that if your lips are always dry, that's a cue that your water intake is too low for what your body needs. All right? I'm not giving you the exact amount of water that you need to drink. I just want you to know that's a cue from your body that your water intake is not enough daily. All right? If your lips are always dry. But there are also some other things that your dry lips could be telling you. All right? It could be the weather or your habits. So, salty foods. If you consume salty foods on a regular basis, they will suck the moisture out of your lips. Okay? They will be sucking the moisture out of your lips, and that is where they're going to hit first, actually. So if you know, a Lay's plain chip girl, or if you like you a good salt and vinegar, or you like you a little salted peanuts, what you snacking on, what you eating on. If you're consuming a lot of salty items, I'm telling you, those dry lips are a response to the salty items. All right. So couple ways that you can check out what's happening with your lips. And then if you lick your lips a lot, licking your lips a lot, dry them out too. Yeah. You are not moisturizing your lips by licking them. Licking them a lot is drying them out. Okay? Now, if it's cold weather, that's additional thing. That's one I think is more noticeable. But the other ones that I mentioned, I think people don't pay attention to as much. I just realized this in my line of work, that people don't realize when you're licking your lips a lot, you're drying them out. When you're eating salty foods, even if it's just those salty snacks, you're drying your lips out. And then your dry lips are also another sign of you not having enough water intake, okay? So one of the things you could do with that, outside of getting your water intake up, whatever that looks like for you, is keep you a lip balm or serum with humectants in it, all right? Something that's gonna add some type of moisture to it. Keep that around you. Apply that, especially when you're not using any type of lipstick or lip oil or anything. Keep you a serum. This is the first thing I put on my lip. I want you to kind of think of it like it's skincare, because your lips are skin, all right? That makes sense? Any questions on that? For anybody who deals with dry lips, any questions on that tip? I like to pause in between the tips so that way, you know, we can all be tracking together. Hey, Danita. Hey, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for sharing publicly, Miss Ava. Sure will. I had to change the all salted nuts. Yeah. That if you have too much salty things, they're going to dry it right on out. Thank you. Listen, Miss J said this lip serum is everything. This lip serum really is everything. My son loves it too. The only thing that he doesn't like, because he has braces, and so if y'all know anything about people wearing braces, whether it's a child or adult, the braces cut the lips, and they typically deal with a lot of dryness around or on the inner. He loves the serum. He just don't like that the tube is pink. He was like, Ma, before school start back, can my serum come in something different? So I was like, I don't know, but a serum or a good balm, whatever you feel like works best for you. I love a good serum. And I think especially this time of year, I love them because balms, it gets hot and it's hot here already. So they'll dry out a lot faster. So love a good serum. All right. I don't see any questions popping on the screen for number one. Yeah, he don't, that pink tube getting him. He like, He said, I keep it in my pocket and I just, you know, put it on my finger nice and clean, but can we change the tube? All right. So the next thing that your lips might be trying to tell you, a way for you to keep them juicy, is if they are peeling or cracking. Anybody deal with a lot of sharp lines in your lips? You deal with a lot of cracking in your lips, a lot of sharp lines. You don't see it, you don't get too much smoothness, or you deal with a lot of peeling and you're not wearing braces, right? So if you're dealing with that, peeling or cracking, that means you're not exfoliating enough, okay? You're not exfoliating, taking that dead skin off enough. And that needs to happen, all right? Not every day. You don't have to put a lip serum, do a lip scrub every day just because you got peeling or cracked lips, but you want to get in the habit of doing you a lip scrub at least 2 to 3 times a week. 3 times being the max. 2 times definitely being your minimum, especially if you're dealing with peeling and drying, because it's hard for moisture to retain inside your lips because they got the dead skin on top. All right. So you want to get you a good scrub in, and then make sure you follow up with a serum, a balm, or a lip oil, something to seal in that softness after you take that dead skin off. Okay. So what I mean by peeling and cracking is not just that visible one that you see, like sometimes when people don't have any type of moisturizer or anything on their lips, you will see peeling or cracking. I'm also talking about the peeling and cracking that happens. I see ladies will wear liquid matte, and then they're picking at their skin because it's like, oh, what's this? And it's their dry skin. And the liquid matte is showing it more because liquid mattes dry down, right? They dry down, and you see those sharp lines inside your lips. It doesn't look as smooth as you might have seen it on a commercial. That is a sign that you have dry lips too, okay? That peeling and those heavy lines that you get when you put on a liquid matte. So that's for you too. That tip is for you too. Make sure you are exfoliating your lips at least 2 to 3 times a week, all right? You don't have to do it every day, but 2 to 3 times a week, giving it a nice gentle scrub. It's going to take off that dead skin. Just like you want to take off dead skin off of we take dead skin off of our face. We want to take dead skin off of our body, right? Off of our feet. Don't forget your lips because they deal with the same thing. Cool beans? Yes? Questions? Pausing for questions. Pausing for questions. Any questions on that? I got a whole lineup of the glosses, just FYI, because I said with this, while I wait to see if there's any questions, this weekend we have, tonight is the last night of the 3 for $33 on lip glosses, meaning you can pick any 3 lip glosses that you want for $33. So the regular price of them each are $15. So you do the math on the 3 for $33. You got your nice savings happening there. It ends at midnight, but I also have been getting, since I sent the email out and offered the aspect of, if you need help, ask, I'll do swatches. So that way, if you got questions, you can ask your questions about color matching, anything like that. All right. I don't see any questions. And those lines look really bad with liquid matte. Yeah, they really, truthfully, they do. When you wear a liquid matte, I'm not saying that we don't have any fine lines, because I have some fine lines on my lip. Thank you, Danita. I appreciate that. I have some fine lines too, but when you have super heavy lines that's from dryness and you put on a matte, I was going to put one on, but I'm not again. It will actually dry it out. The matte is drying it out, so now you got double dryness and it just don't show up well. Oh, there go a question. Could medication cause dry lips or stripping? Absolutely. So a lot of times what happens with medication, and I'll share from personal experience, just recently with some medicine I had to take for dental. Medications, a lot of them require water, especially like pain pills. You ever took pain pills and then your mouth get real dry when you woke up from falling asleep from the pain pill? That's because it's pulling a lot of moisture. That pain pill required a lot of water, and typically this is when you're in the hospital, you get the IV, so you don't worry about it as much. Or the nurse is coming in with that big pink picture and she's like, you ain't drinking enough of your water, drink enough of your water. So if you're taking any type of pain medicine, a lot of times I find this, if you're taking higher doses of ibuprofen, those things do require good heavy moisture. And so if you're not drinking enough water, not hydrated enough, you will find yourself having a bunch of dry lips. I was waking up in the morning after those pain pills when I was dealing with dental stuff. Man, my mouth dry, lip dry. I was like, listen, I just lean over to the nightstand. Before I go brush my teeth, I'm putting lip oil on because it was feeling that dry, okay? So yes, medication can absolutely cause dry lips or stripping. It absolutely can. That was a great question. All right, so next up, we on tip number 3. Again, these are in no particular order. But if you are getting discoloration on your lips, right? So if your lips are starting to change color, they're starting to darken. I've had that before. I'll just share that I smoke cigars. I love me a good cigar. I ain't had one in a minute because I couldn't have no smoke because of the tooth, but now I can. But I love a good cigar. But whether it's a cigar, when I was in the military, I had a habit of smoking Black & Milds. It could be a cigarette. You can use hookahs or anything that is placing some heat towards your mouth. Those will typically cause discoloration to your lips, okay? So color changing can happen from that, but also color changing can happen too from so much sun exposure without any SPF, so no coverage on your lips. So if you're like, I'm not a smoker, but my lips have been changing color, it could be the exposure to the sun without your lips having any protection, okay? So your lips are reacting to either the heat or sun exposure, which is still some heat, without any type of protection on it. So lip SPF is a real thing. It's a real thing. And when you putting stuff on your lips that have like heavy menthols in them, they will, or some of those things that say they plump your lips up, they can cause irritation over time and they dry your lips out as well, right? So think about things that you might be doing. Don't just react. Think about what your lifestyle is like. So for me, I know where mine was coming from. It was from the heat, right? I wear my serums. It was the heat from smoke. So I had to exfoliate. I had to make sure I put my serum on because it does have SPF in it. And then I'm always covered anytime I put any of our lip glosses on or our lip oils because we keeps all the skincare in the products, right? But pay attention to those things because they can do that, but you have a way to get around it, but that's where your color changing could be coming from. Oh, okay. Denita was just putting a point. Questions about that? All right. So if your lips are dry, I gave you some tips between your water, pay attention to your food, or it could be the weather. If you got peeling and cracking, we covered that one. If you got color changing or darkening, we covered that one. This one. If your lipstick or gloss is not sitting right, pay attention to how you're layering. Okay? Pay attention to how you are layering. I'm going to take this off. I've seen some techniques on here, and I know sometimes on social media, the techniques that people are sharing, sometimes they're just trying to be really creative and, you know, give you something to watch, but that's not always helpful. Okay. So when I say pay attention to layering, you see how I just took off that extra serum off my lips before I put anything on it. If I was going to put on a lipstick right here, right? Even though this is a creamy matte and that wasn't an oil, it still was a serum. So something like that that already gave me my moisture in my lips needs to be removed before I put on the lipstick. So should you still put on a serum before your lipstick? Absolutely. Let it sit on for a little bit. Let it get into your lips. Do it maybe in the beginning of your makeup process or something. So that way, by the time you put your lip product on, it goes on smooth. Because you saw that just going nice and smooth, nice and creamy. This is if it didn't go on smooth and creamy right before that serum, you probably still had too much serum on your lips, which is affecting the makeup of the product, right? It's a makeup product, so there's a formula in here, and that affects the formula. The serum affects it. So pay attention that you're layering properly. Let your hydration, your moisturization, whatever you want to call it, okay? We be mixing up words, but whatever you want to call it, let that sit in your lips first before you put on any of your lip products, okay? Think of your skincare. Think of your lips that's getting skincare. Let it get its skincare first before you put something on top of it. Because you don't just go from putting on your facial moisturizer to immediately putting on your foundation. You let your moisturizer absorb in your skin. You let your serum absorb in your skin. Let your stuff absorb on your lips first, or even pat off the excess before you put on any type of other lip product, okay? Because each layer has its job. Now, we're not wearing creamy matte, so I'm gonna take this off. But any questions about layering, real quick? Any questions? I don't know why my dog is barking. He just gonna have to be in the recording because I'm not messing with him. All right. So let me take this off all the way. That was the closest grab. Any questions about any of the tips so far? It doesn't matter if you thought about it for a second and want me to go back. It is not a problem. I do not mind. All right, I got that all off so I can go into some swatching in a second, but I'll wait to see if y'all have any questions. Hold on. All right. The lipstick I just put on was Kinlock Road. Yep, that was Kinlock Road. Kinlock Road is a nice, I would like to call it a burnt orange. It has that red factor in it because of it being that like burntness to it. But that's Kinlock Road that I had on. All right. Anybody got anything particular they want to see? You can drop it in the comments. Oh, I had one more layering tip. My apologies. Let me do this way. I keep sharing this this process because I see people doing this a lot, and you're really wasting product. I don't like to see people waste product. Okay, I do not like to see you waste product at all. That's why when I put out any type of offer, I'm always like, check what you have, right? No need to stack up on it that much, but check what you have. right? I'll say things like, you know, don't open it until you're ready to use it, because you know, you liquid mattes, they'll dry out. And I don't like to see this. When you're putting on a liquid matte, this is a liquid matte on back of my hand, right? So this is a liquid matte. And then, get an oil. This is an oil. What I got left of the one on my desk. This is a lip oil. A lip oil is great on your lips like this. Okay? But if you take a lip oil and it has oil, you see, well, it already broke the product down already because it's already on the wand. You see that? I was trying to do a little bit. Let me get it out the thing. I saw a question come on the screen. I got you. I will answer you. All right. So I took some lip oil out. Ooh, I took out too much. So I took some lip oil out. But when you put an oil on top of a matte, liquid or cream matte, you see how all that product came off on my hand, on my wand? You know why it's coming off? Because that oil, you think that it's giving it just a shine, but what it's doing on your lips is taking the product off. It is breaking the product down. So the one thing that can break down a liquid matte or a cream matte the fastest is an oil. It is an oil. So you don't want to waste your product by layering products that don't go together. Oils don't go on top of liquid mattes. Oils don't go on top of cream mattes. The oils really ride out by themselves, okay? Because you don't want to break down your product. And there would be no need for you to put an oil on top of your gloss because a gloss already has a shine. That makes sense? So consider those, because I don't want you, again, wasting product. Another thing to consider, and I'll start this as we do this lip swatch. I'm going to start, because we don't have many purples or berries, I'll start with one on my lips. I'll start with Quan. She's a berry lip gloss, meaning berry in shade. And when you are putting on product, again, I know it looks cute to do this, but it's really not getting you nowhere, because it's just shearing out when you go back and forth. Now, this is an opaque color, so you like, well, it still look like it got color to me. Yeah, but I got gaps. Whether you can see them or not, I got gaps. I don't have the evenness that I like in a lippy, right? And you get those gaps, especially when the color is sheerer, when you are going back and forth. The goal is to start one direction and keep going that direction. It don't matter if on the top lip you go left to right, and then on the bottom lip you go right to left, or if you go the same direction on each one. But you want to keep with that same direction, so that way you can get your product and you can get a full coverage. Okay? You use less product when you stay in the same direction. I promise you. You use less product. And then if you need to build up, you can see easier if you need to or want to. So definitely stick with the same direction, and it's going to keep you nice and covered. Okay? You're going to use less product, especially with those liquid mattes. Not those liquid mattes. Yes, those liquid mattes. Especially with those. Stay in the same direction, because the liquid mattes dry really fast. At least with a gloss, it doesn't dry down like that, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But those liquid mattes, all right, those creamy, they're going to dry down, and then you're going to have gaps, and it's going to be hard. You're going to have to wipe it off and start all over, because a liquid matte is very hard to correct once you done been putting it on. And y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Ms. J. Thank you. Now, let me answer that question. So if y'all got any particular color you want to see, let me know. This is Quan on my lips. I'll go through swatching. If you're trying to combat dry lips, should you refrain from wearing any matte products until they're well moisturized? I would give them a break. I love a liquid matte, but I give myself a break in between them. I do not recommend, if you're wearing a liquid matte every day, you need to be on it with your moisture care, okay? If you don't want to have those lines in your lips and things like that, you need to be on it with your moisture care. So if you haven't been on it with your moisture care and your lips haven't been, they've been either, you know, having the dry lines and cracking and things like that, I would give them a break. Or if you still want something with some type of mattifying power, I would switch from using, because you got options. So if you're an orange girl, right? You might have been using, like, let's say Sharon. This is our orange. You've been using Sharon, right? Then you might want to switch to a cream version of an orange. So that way you can give your lips a break, because a cream matte is going to give you a little bit more moisture, and then you get a nice little shine with it. But you still get some staying power compared to, but not as long as the liquid matte, but at least you'll get a little something, okay? So you can give yourself a break by swapping to a creamy matte. But ultimately, what you want to be doing in the back end is giving yourself that skin care to your lips. All right? Drinking your water, doing your exfoliation, adding that serum or balm, backing away from those humectants, not the humectants, those heavy menthols that creates all that dryness over time. I'm telling y'all, there's certain brands that have a lot of heavy menthols inside their balms, and that's why people keep applying them. They really think they keep applying it because they're, you know, oh, my lips are just as dry. No, your lips are being dried out by the heaviness of the product you're putting on it on a regular basis. Hey, Jennifer. A cream version for the matte orange. So you're not gonna get that exact brightness. I don't have a shade that's that exact brightness as the liquid matte, but Span Circle is going to give you a nice orange, nice brightness as a creamy matte. Again, it's not going to be as bright as Sharon, but I think it's worth seeing that you have options. I'm gonna do some summer pairings and create some simple lip kits so y'all will know like what bundles and things will go together. But now you see, this is Sharon. It hasn't dried down yet fully, but that's Sharon. And there you have Span Circle. So you're not too far off when you come in with the oranges. So I think you got good choices there. What you think? What you think? I think it's some good choices. Alrighty, so let's get into some swatching. Since I have this berry on my lips right now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you what I want to show you. The next thing in the purple family that we have gloss wise, okay, is Angel. Angel is a purple gloss. She can be built up. If you need to see me try her on and show you how you can build up Angel, let me know. Don't hesitate. We might got a short time, but at least you got time with me. So don't hesitate. So Angel is a purple. She looks very sheer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put Angel on because I think people sleep on Angel because it's like, can I wear purple? Yes, you can. And two, I'm gonna wear this purple at wherever you want. Okay, you can, hold on. If you want to take this purple and make this a date type look or a girls night out type look, you can. It just depends on what you wear it with, you know, how you style yourself, but it can go both ways. I love that. Again, like I said, when you see it, it looks pretty sheer inside the tube, right? And you can, remember I told you, same direction. You can wear it sheer just like that, if you like. If you like. However, and I almost need a new Angel. She can be built up. Check this out. Let's build her up. And then when the live over, I'm going to go replenish and get Ian New Angel. Because clearly I need to re-up. Yeah, I definitely need to re-up. There we go. See that? See how you can build the purple up? So she is sheer, but she's buildable. Most of the glosses are buildable. We only got a couple sheer ones that can't be built. And that's Tisha, the Clear, and Erica. See how that purple rocks? You wore it? Miss K said she wore hers. She thought it would be too dark. But you see, it's really... She's probably darker in here than she's going to be on your lips. But you can build her. When you first put her on, you have the option. You can build her up. All right, so Angel is on. If y'all got questions about her, you can ask. This is Shantae. I broke the top on this one for myself. Let me swatch her on the back of my hand. Shantae is everybody's favorite. I'll come back and, you know, play with her some. But everybody loves Shantae. Ain't no reason not to like her because she is definitely melanin friendly when it comes down to a pink. It can't get no better than this. When it comes down to a pink that's friendly for all melanin, okay? And she can definitely be dressed up or dressed down. I got time. I'm gonna make sure I show. That's Shawnee. We are still in like the pink family, so just know everything I show you has some type of pink base to it. If you want me to try any of them on, please say so in the comments. This is Nye, okay? Nye is pink base. She is more of your coral girl. She's definitely a summertime fun love, okay? So this is Nye. She gonna give you full fun. Full fun. She's an opaque gloss and you can build her up. Just like the other three, they can be built up, but Angel has more sheerness. Shantae and Nye are opaques. So that means they already come out with a level of coverage and they can be built up even more. And if you don't know, and you're like, these names sound like real people names, they are. So no matter when you watch this, it's always going to be the same. All of my products have names after real people for the most part. And my lip gloss collection is named after my cousins. A mixture of my mom, my maternal and paternal side. And it's a lot of them. Okay, I got a lot of them. But one thing about having cousins is that I always had best friends. Growing up, like... before I got like best friends and had made friends, my cousins were my first best friends. My diamonds. And I don't have to talk to all of them all the time, but baby, any of them, I pick up the phone, I send a text, I carrier pigeon. You best believe they don't play about me and I don't play about them. Okay? They all have different amazing personalities. We can fuss and fight and love on each other at the same dang on time. All right, this is Deanna. Deanna is my girl. She's just as bold as she looks, okay? She is bold. She is bold. So if you want a pink that's popping, you want something that can razzle all day long from, no matter which way you want to think about it, she's bold. She is bae. I don't have favorites, but what I can tell you, if you wonder what I reach for a lot when it comes down to the pink family, I stay in Shantae. That's why I could break a top. Deanna, I stay in. Okay, them ones I stay in for sure. If you need to see me try on any of these, please let me know. Hey, Christy. I just had on Deanna the other night for a night out with Bae. She is my girl. All right, and the last in the pink family. Who the last in the pink family? The last in the pink family is Shawnee. Shawnee is sheer, so I'll put her to the side so y'all can see. Shawnee is sheer. If y'all are watching this from the outside, your messages go to my DM. So make sure that you come inside the live stream. Like, don't sit on the outside and watch. I mean, you can do what you want to do. But if you want me to answer you, if you got questions, you want to help pick a color, your next color, then you're going to have to come in the room. This is Shawnee. Shawnee is sheer with a little shimmer, but you can build her up some. You can build her up some, as you can see on the back of my hand. She got some built up to her, right? But remember, if you want to ever build up your glosses, or even your lipsticks, you're going to have to make sure that you keep in the same direction. That lip care that we talked about in the beginning, all right? So layering, the way you layer makes sense. Remove the extra oils and moistures from your lips. Like pat them off. They're already in there, but just pat off the excess before you start putting your products on. Okay? Deanna, your fave. Listen, Deanna plays no game. And I love that the level of coverage with these. When I put on Deanna on Friday night before I left out, I put it in my Insta stories. We went out. I drank. I only had one drink out, plus my water. So between the drinking that I was doing, by the time I didn't reapply all night, and I still had shades of that pink on by the time I came home. Maybe not looking just like how it looked, of course, but when I first left, but I didn't have to reapply. So the quality of these glosses, they do have staying power. They do have staying power. Okay? All right. Anybody want to see any of these ones from the purple pink family on my lips before I move on to the nudes? Okay? Because we got the nudes. Yes? No? Let me know. I'm taking Angel off my lips. Taking Angel off my lips. So we can go to the next one. Okay. I think I need to switch wipes now. I think I didn't use every area of this wipe. The good thing I'm doing glosses and not liquid mattes. I would need something in between these. No? Any shades from that pink purple family that you want to see. I'm not saying I wouldn't go back, but I like to, because the colors sometimes give tints, so I like to get it just right. Any shade from that family y'all want to see. Deanna and Nye are totally different. They aren't, so Nye is coral, even when you see them in the tube. Online, sometimes it's hard with these colors, but when you see them in the tube next to each other like this, or even when you put them on, let me put one on the top and one on the bottom so you can see. Oh, they're a good ombre. So this is Deanna. We're doing this like a liner. Okay. That's Deanna. This is Nye. Now I got like a pinky coral going. I like that. Yeah, if y'all don't know, I'm extra, so I wear stuff like this. I'll turn down the light so y'all can see some more. I don't know what my dog whining about, but he about to get on my nerve. Hold on. I'm gonna turn down the light so y'all can see. What number we on? Hold on, y'all. There we go. Turn the light down so that it hopefully help you see. Dang, I turned it all the way down. Can you see the kind of contrast of the pink and the coral? To me, Deanna. You never knew I was extra. To me, Deanna is bolder than Nye. Just to me. In the aspect of, hold on. In the aspect of how the color like just kind of pounces off your lips. I feel like Deanna is way bolder than Nye. So yes, you do need some level of boldness to operate with these. Yeah. All right, let's get into the nudes. Let's get into the nudes. I'm putting Nye on my lips. I'm gonna let it sit on here while I swatch these nudes. if you got a nude that I swatch that you want to see, make sure you say something in the comments. It is okay. Okay? Now you see how that coral looks by itself? Let's clean the back of the hand off. Reminder, glosses, 3 for $33. That's ends. It's been running all weekend. It ends tonight. It ends tonight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's no code needed, so that works easier for me. So that way the timer just goes off, and once it's off, it's off. These are the Free Her earrings. They're super lightweight. They're about a 1. You know, y'all used to the scale of the weight, so they're about a 1.5. They're very lightweight. Even on my ear that had the eczema stretch, it's very lightweight. They're not heavy at all. Free Her. Love them. They almost gone now. I think I have like maybe 4 left in stock. So let's get into the nudes. This is clear gloss. Tisha is our clear gloss. Okay? I don't think you need a swatch of a clear gloss, but I'll do it just in case. Nice and clear. Okay? No tricks over here. Then we have Nikki. So Nikki is our nude that has pink added to her. So she has a peachy undertone. So nudes have different bases, if you didn't know. So I'll tell you the color bases and what we did here. So this is Nikki, and Nikki has a pink added to the nude in it. Okay? So you can still wear Nikki without a liner. You do not have to wear a lip liner with her, but I do wear mine with a liner because she can be worn without. So this is Nikki. She's going to pronounce off your lips just a little bit more because she has that pink added to her and that white. But then you have Carol, that's a part of our nudes too. I've been trying to turn these around so the logo will show, but the logo on her. So then you have, so this is Nikki. Then you have Carol. And yes, we do have some red. So if y'all want to see my other cousins, stay tuned. This is Carol. Carol is what I like to call, her and Ashley are like everyday nudes because they just sit perfectly on the skin. All right. They blend in perfectly. If you got any of them you want me to put on my lips instead of on the back of my hand, please let me know. This Carol. Carol don't stay in stock long. I can tell you that. I'm surprised I have as many as I have. I'm surprised I have as many as I have right now. Seriously. Because she does not stay in stock long because she is that type of girl. And if your lips are in recovery, meaning you've been dealing with dryness, you're working to get them back together, you want to stay on the lip gloss side for a little bit before you get back into your liquid mattes, so that way your lips can recover. All right. Now you got Ashley. We got Ashley right here. Ashley is a little bit deeper, warmer as a nude gloss. I'll put it closer to the screen so y'all can see, but I like to give you a couple layers. She's still opaque. She's still opaque. Miss Regina, you know why I understand what you're talking about. Nudes can be a challenge, especially for those of us with melanin skin with deeper complexion, because a lot of nudes that used to come out and still do come out have too much white added to them and they make us look ashy. I did my damn good job to make sure that don't happen, okay? I did my damn good job on that, okay? I'm gonna say that for me, for you. All right, so this whole lineup of nudes from the clear all the way down to the last one I just watched is Misha. And Misha has a little bit of golden flecks in her. Works for all skin tones, and my melanin ladies gonna love it the most, okay? All right, so here's how I would describe it. Every day is gonna be Carol and Ashley. Every day is gonna be Carol and Ashley, okay? Now, Misha's gonna give you grown woman vibes that, I mean, for me, I wear my colors day or night, but I know for some people, they're very specific. So if you were going for a nighttime vibe, Misha got you as a gloss, as a gloss, okay? And then if you were going for more of a little pop and fun, then you would want to get in with Nikki. All right, but they all gonna give you a vibe, and they all melanin skin tone friendly. Yeah, no white, no ashiness, and let's prove. Let's prove. And y'all know I don't need no filter. My mama and daddy got some good DNA now. They did their thing. Y'all, that's what I tell them. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Thank you for making me. My daddy said, "Girl, what?" I said, "You know I'm your favorite." All he could do is laugh. And he said, "Yeah, I got my card. My card ain't Jamal. Why you ain't put no money in my card?" I said, "Daddy, look in the backyard." He said, "What?" I said, "Look behind your shed." He said, "Your man cave." He said, "Oh, my shed?" I said, "Daddy, you got a new, brand new shed." "Oh yeah, you buy me that shed, didn't he?" I said, "Right. So what is you talking about? Your card was empty. My card empty too. My bank account card, sir." Oh, that is so funny. He cracked me up this morning. Too funny. All right, this is Carol I'm putting on my lips. Some people, I ain't calling name, especially because they ain't on the live right now. Some people I know buy 3 Carols at a time. I saw some color from the other one, but this is Carol. Nice and easy breezy. This is Carol. Any of the other nudes y'all want to see, let me know. I'll swap it out. You want to see it with a liner or something like that as an option, let me know, let me know. But this is Carol. You see I have a ring light on, which could change, like sometimes the ring lights give that extra flash, but even with the extra flash for this ring light, you don't see an ashy wash to my lips. And you're not going to see an ashy wash to your lips because the balance of white that's in the tone of these nudes is excelente. Excelente. Just. Oh, I forgot one. Because this is one that I like to call a topper. Her name is Tiffy, okay? Tiffy is really my god sister. But Tiffy is a goal. Okay, she's a good topper. She rocked by herself, but she's a good topper because you can put her on top of other colors and get that, let that gold take it away, right? Let that gold take it away. Let me show y'all Misha, because Misha is like, she slept on until somebody see me with her on. I know what it's like because a lot of times it's the visual of seeing the things on. Because y'all know how you go out to these sites and it be looking real. You be like, that look good, but you sure that's what it look like? You sure that's what that material look like or that color payoff gonna look like? I got you. So let's get in with Misha. And all of our lip gloss wands, this was the thing for me, are doe foot. I had somebody leave me a comment. They tell me, they said, I don't like the doe foot. I like the brush. Listen. I am not going to add the brush to the wands of my lip glosses to give to you because I know from being a beauty addict over the years that those brushes will separate. The hairs on those brushes will separate. Every time you take them in and out of the tube, those hairs separate. And then those hairs get stuck on your lip. And then those hairs get stuck to other stuff. And those hairs make it hard sometimes for you to get a smooth application of your product because of the hairs. So we keep a doe foot so that you can have easy application. See that? Easy application. And this gloss don't have plumping to nothing. I just got full lips and I overdrew them on purpose with the gloss. Can I hold my hand up again? Yeah, sure. So right now my lips is Misha. And Misha is the one at the bottom that's swatched on the back of my hand. So you see those golden flecks? And you probably see it because it'll reflect off my earring too. So this is Misha that's at the bottom. that. And actually, I'm gonna take a disposable here, and I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna add some Tiffy. Even though Misha got gold flecks, Tiffy is golden. So you talk about come on now. Woo! I can tell y'all right now it's only 2 Tiffys left in stock because it seems like everybody added her to their cart. So here you have Misha, Tiffy, Ashley. So Ashley is above. Carol, Nikki. And then this is Tisha, the clear gloss. All right. So Nikki, Ashley. No, Carol, Ashley, Misha. Carol and Ashley sit right between as those everyday nudes. Okay. And Nikki and Misha got those little pops to them. Okay. And Tiffy, your golden girl. Yeah. This dress make me look like I got boobage because of the material having that shine to it. It do. All right, y'all good? Any other questions on the nudes? Because we're going to go on to, I told you we got each color category because we got the reds. The reds and oranges. All right. So I'll wait, but while I'm waiting, I'm going to use the other hand. Let's see if I can do this on the other hand. So first up, with the reds and oranges, we have is Erica. Okay. As you can see, Erica's wand is even peachy, but she's sheer. You're not going to be able to build Erica up to anything but a sheer with nice soft reflection to her. Okay. I'm not both-handed, so when I do this from the other hand, it just feels weird. But this is Erica, nice and sheer. But if you wanted an orange that had a little bit more orange to it and a little less sheerness to it, so you get a little bit more of that orange pigment, you would want to go for Toya. I'm putting her on the back of my hand now. Toya is going to give you more orange with that same shimmer that you get in Erica, okay? More orange in Toya. And then we have Shaka, who is orange. She is an opaque orange gloss. She is sexy as ever. That's Shaka. Of any of these, if you want to see me try them on, feel free, like I said before, drop it in the comments. I'll keep swatching them. That's Shaka. Now, this the one that tricks people, is Shaka and Yolanda. So Shaka is orange, and Yolanda is a red orange. All right. So let me put Yolanda, put a little space right under Shaka. They don't look that different until you actually put them on and you see that they're actually different. Just in my opinion, on the light, you can see a hint of difference, but they don't look like they're a major difference until you wear one to the other and see that they're actually completely different. You're gonna get, this is a red base This is an orange-based red, but they are different. It's not all orange. Yolanda is not all orange. Yeah, Yolanda's get it sexy. That was song, get it sexy. But not everybody wants to say on something as bold as Yolanda or Shaka. This is why they all have tones. They all have tones. So then we move to Nia, which is still in the red family, but Nia is deeper. Okay? Nia is deeper. I wanted to make sure that the reds had coverage to where everybody had a red to choose from. Even though I know you all can wear all the reds, you may not be comfortable wearing all the reds. And so I am well aware of that. So I wanted to make sure that you had options. Which one is orange? Orange, that's Shaka. And then when you want to get into more of your wine-based red, we have my girl, Cheryl. Cheryl is right there to the side. Okay? That's Cheryl. And Cheryl, listen, just as bold and fierce as she can be. And putting Cheryl there to the side, I think kind of helps you see how Yolanda is red and Shaka is orange. Because you got something that is deeper. You could put Shaka on top of Span Circle, absolutely. I'll show you what that looks like. You could. If you wanted to get like a shine to any of those, it's good when you give them like a coordinated pairing, right? I mean, of course, a clear gloss will work on top of all of them. Anybody got any others they want to see? Let me know. But let's just grab Span Circle. The Span Circle right here. I like to wipe off my lippy, especially I ain't wore this one in a minute. I told y'all Span Circle was orange. Don't let that too fool you. So that's Span Circle, right? Now we're going to take Shaka. Ooh. Miss J, I haven't worn this, but you just gave me. Oh my. I mean, yeah, you got your combo. I'm going to add this to the summer pairings combo too. I'm going to add this to the summer pairings combo because Span Circle and Shaka go together. Oh my. So this is Shaka right here, the third swatch, right? And I put her on top of Span Circle, which is a creamy matte. This combo, what Miss Joycelyn was just mentioning, this combo gives her alternative to Sharon. Sharon is a liquid matte, but if you're taking a break from liquid mattes because you know you're dealing with some lip dryness and you are creating like a recovery routine for your lips, which you should, so that way you can get the dry lines and the peeling from out the way, let your lips get a little rest, but still get that color pop. This is a winner, okay? This is a winner. Anybody else want to see any reds? I had in mind to show. So this is Shaka on top of Span Circle. Let me show. Hey, Coretta. Let me show you Yolanda. Let me show you Yolanda. Okay. Granted, I wear glosses all year long. I love glosses in the summertime. Because my makeup is typically lighter in the summertime too, in the aspect that I don't do as much matte. I do a lot of glowy looks. Not greasy, but just like a nice little highlight glow, neutral, so that way I just popping lips on and off. If I switch from one cookout to the next or whatever, it's nice and simple because nice neutral on the face, okay? Glossy lips, it's a win. So let's go with Londo. We call it Londo. I need to redo my Yolanda. I need another one? No, that's too full. I feel like you see more of the red on the lips than you do with the swatch. You love the swatches with the picture behind me. You see, because look at them. Look how they look. See, I be smiling too hard. Y'all can't see my eyes now. So this is Yolanda. This is Yolanda. You can do ombres and things like that because you can line it. Yes, you can. You can put a liner on. You can ombre it, or you can ombre it by mixing it with your matte. Okay, so you can do it that way too. You can ombre the glosses though. That does work. So this is Yolanda. And let's see, a good ombre with Yolanda would be either, like I already got on lipsticks. Let's see, we could do Cheryl or we could do Nia. We could do Cheryl or Nia. Let me see. Let's see how it looks with Cheryl. Now, I would typically put this on, the Cheryl on first, but I'm giving it a go like this. Because remember I told you Cheryl is more wine. So she's the deeper of the reds. We take our time. Create a nice little ombre. Yeah, can y'all get with this? Cheryl and Yolanda. Cheryl and Yolanda. What y'all say? Yes? No? Even if you wouldn't wear it, what you think? Shocking, right? You can ombre glosses too. You can. You just need to make sure they're the same finish. All right? If they are the same finish, they will work, meaning the same finish as opaque. So Cheryl is an opaque gloss that can be built up. You see that on the back of my hand. Yolanda is as well. I couldn't pair this with Erica as an ombre because Erica is sheer. So she's really not going to show up between with the opaque like the rest. So it's really good when they're more opaque, buildable, because then they pair together well and you can see them. And you won't use as much product, okay? You won't use as much product because you saw I didn't use a lot to even outline this, even though I already had Yolanda on my lips. So you got options. Yeah, you got options. And listen, with that 3 for $33, all you gotta do is add you a clear gloss and now you're getting them 3 for $33. And every one that you add on after, once you get 3, you're still going to get the discount and it's automatic. If you go to ShamirYoung.com, www.ShamirYoung.com, you can click, the tab is right, well, if you're on your phone, wherever your lines are for your drop down menu, you click on that, the Cousins collection, Cousins lip gloss collection, I got it sitting right there for you. Perfect. And then if you are on your desktop or your iPad, it'll be in the top menu versus the side. And when you click on it, you'll see the Cousins lip gloss is there too. As well. So the website makes it nice and easy for you to get to the Cousins, and you don't need a code. Any color combos y'all want to see before I switch out to what I said I was going to share? Any swatches y'all need to see again from any of the color families? Any questions you have about, hey, what could I wear? What do you think? If you know anything about me, what you think I could wear? Or if you want to share like what you typically do or typically like and let me help guide you, I am happy to do that. That's my favorite thing. I'm more of the beauty educator, the beauty advisor. Products are just a byproduct because it's good to have stuff of good quality for my beauty clients who come in, and also for my ladies who've been riding with me since the Periscope days. We've been talking products, so it's always good to have something for you guys to be able to have from the brand. All right, questions. I'm gonna take this off because I'm gonna put on the combo that one of the combos I love from a common lippy. Hold on, I gotta be careful with this red because it will get everywhere. But it's hitting. This red hitting. This red hitting. I'm gonna have to record this. I think I'm gonna record this for sure because I like this. Y'all probably like, you like this? You didn't want this before? No, I ain't worn it before. I know it works. I haven't worn all the combos before, but I know what stuff works. Alrighty. Nice and clean. So I'm going to take my little nub, and yes, it's a nub. Don't do me. I use my lip liners all the way to the end, baby. All the way to the end. Is this sharpened enough? Let me sharpen it right quick. I think I got to sharpen it in here. I hope I got a sharpener in here. Do I have everything but the sharpener in here? Anyway, I should have checked that before I came. So, this is crazy. Crazy lip liner. I like to feather my lip liner so you know it's there, but by feathering it with my finger or a brush, it just softens the lines. Yeah? I love that. Because then also, I get to see nice and clear before I apply. This is just one of my favorite combos with Shantae. Again, you can take a finger See? And of course, we can build it up because Shantae is opaque, right? Oh, yeah. And when I want to have fun, this is my extra razzle. I'll lighten the center some more with Nikki. And then again. Tell them they can play with somebody, but it ain't you. They can play with somebody, but it ain't you. Alrighty. So we covered the tips of what your lips can be trying to tell you. So I gave you 5. I gave 5 or 4. I think I gave you 4. I might have said 5 I was gonna give you, but I only think I said 4 things that would help you with what your lips are trying to tell you and how you can correct them. And then we went through all those gloss swatches. We got about, just seriously, we have 19. I have 19 glosses. And they ain't nothing compared to the amount of cousins I got. They ain't nothing compared to the amount of cousins I have. And not just people from the community I claim as like, oh, that's fam, da 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 da. I'm talking cousins. I'm talking blood. I'm talking blood. Family big, y'all. It's just big. It's just big. Y'all let's see, we got family reunion this summer. It's just big. It's big. All right. But we went through the 19 cousins. We might be at more than 19 to tell you the truth. But we went through them all. So be reminded that tonight at midnight, it's over. The 3 for 33 will be over at midnight. So if you want to try out a gloss or stock up on your favorite clear gloss, or you're a person who just like all the sheer ones and you want to get you one of each that is on the sheer side, listen, it's your world. You get to build your bundle the way that you want. And once you get to 3, every item after that is going to continue to get that discount off. All right. So 3 for 33 ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, ShamirYoung.com. Hit the Cousins Lip Gloss Collection tab and it'll take you to every gloss that we have available. And all of this is while supplies last, because like I said, Tiffy, the Golden Girl, has 2 left for sure. 2 that I can sell is left because the rest are already spoken for. All right, Shantae will be out the door next because like I told you, she is a fan favorite, and so is the Tisha Clear Gloss, a fan favorite. Erica is gone already, sorry. And Carol will be right behind her because it's a regular nude. All right, any questions, any other questions? Thank you, Danita, for doing that. I really appreciate you. Any other questions? If you don't have any other questions, listen, I appreciate y'all coming on, watching from wherever you're watching from, for sharing out the live stream. Stream, hitting like, commenting in the comments. Listen, I appreciate it. If you're not already following me, make sure you hit follow. I be on different platforms at different times. On Sundays when we do have a beauty chat and learn or a Sunday shift, it is on Facebook and YouTube. On Wednesdays, you can find me on TikTok at 10 a.m. for our Get Ready With Me. That is definitely a sit down mirror talk where we having a good time while I'm getting ready for the day. Literally, okay? It's come as you all, and we have all the conversations, and I answer whatever questions that come up during the time, and we have a good time because the music is vibing, because we could play music on TikTok with no issues. All right, so on Wednesdays, that's where we are, and any other time you will find me inside my Instagram and Facebook stories. Don't be afraid to say, hey girl, hey, ask a question. If you see me put something out there that comments a question, or if I share something and you got a question about it, hey, feel free. That is my time with you. So when you see me, that means I want to interact. That means you can ask me questions. Don't hesitate. I am your favorite look good, feel good specialist. All right. And I hope to see more of y'all because y'all will see more of me. All right. Y'all go forth. Have yourself an amazing week of purpose on purpose. Peace out. Now let me find all my end buttons. There go one for